Hello, and it's glad to have you join me on another exciting edition of Visual Impressions on NTA. I am Umar Mohammed. Now, this week we have a collection of amazing visuals that came in from various art sectors when they had their exhibition. Now, one of the sectors is the National Gallery of Art, which had its third annual art fair exhibition, which had a collaboration with Nigerian artists and international artists. And also we have an exhibition that was organized by the Female Artists Association of Nigeria in collaboration with the Yunus Emre Turkish Institute here in Abuja. Now, the Female Artists Association of Nigeria had a panoramic display of their works, and here they are for your viewing pleasure. Take a look.
So in this painting, you see a woman trying to be vigilant, and also she's performing her duties. Maybe she's selling one or two things, trying to make ends meet, and then she's still being watchful. I made use of acrylic paint. And this style is cubic abstract. Okay, so I believe every color has a significance in an art. So in my painting, I make use of lines to bring these colors and make them significant.
It's an art that, as a farmer, there was a day I was in the farm, I planted my beans, and then I was looking for something organic that I can work on my beans as pesticides. Then I come across the neem. By the way, my art is mixed media art, so it has a lot of things that covers it. So part of it is the wood that I use. It's from the neem tree. And the neem tree, there's an oil that you can extract from the seed of the neem. So that was what I use as a pesticide for my crops, and it helps. My art here is titled African Queen. If you can see, the queen is with her crown and her face with a smile. A queen, a woman, is a woman that is self-sufficient, is a woman that can take a lot of things in it. She can preserve, she can build, she can develop, and that is what I put here. The neem, which I use, represents healing. A woman heals. A woman can heal, a woman can give you a word of advice that you need. And at the same time, after all the traumas and everything, you will still see her putting a smile on her face.
My beautiful and beloved Kano has been beclouded with dark cloud. It was really very, very painful for me, and I wanted Kano to go back to its glory, to the lost glory that we had, because Kano was very peaceful, Kano was very accommodating, but Kano was becoming a shadow of itself. So I believe that with time, in the midst of the dark storm, we're going to have an excellent ray of hope, and that ray of hope is going to overshadow everything that has beclouded my beloved Kano.
The roundness of the head is enough to know whether she did it or not. They even started doing scaling of the face, where the nose, the eyes, the mouth will be. It's enough for me. I'm so impressed and I'm proud of all of you. Clap for yourselves. This Future Me Art competition is to give the children the opportunity to express themselves. A lot of them are bottled up. They don't even know what they want to be because their parents want them to be doctors, engineers, and within them, they admire some professions that they want to, really become. So this competition is giving them the opportunity to explore their dreams and their aspirations without anybody hindering them. So it is for them to have that confidence and know that they have the right to decide what they want to be, as long as we guide them along the right path and not to force them to study what we want them to be.
It's for children between the ages of 7 to 14, and we have two categories. So the children were asked to make a creative presentation of what they want to be in future, and the open call was nationwide. We got entries from different schools, children with creative minds. They exhibited works that have to do with the future. Some of them want to be medical doctors, some want to be farmers. Incredible works, and they were awarded with gift and certificate of participation. And the winners, some of these their works will be kept in our archive and we'll be exhibiting it a long time with the Female Artists Association of Nigerian exhibition. So we get to give these children a spotlight and a voice, and also to encourage their creative ability.
About me being a medical doctor in the future. I came around the painting by looking around cool stuff like flowers, buildings, and people.
I love to draw. I made this painting to remind myself to be kind, keep trying, and don't give up in my dreams. I love drawing. I started drawing since when I was 6. It inspired me more and more. I don't know, it just builds in confidence in me.
For as long as I can remember, I've always I've loved gymnastics, and the love drove me to want to participate in the Olympics at a point. And when we saw this competition, Future Me, what I want to be, Future Me, that's who I want to be, like the upcoming future. And I want to be an Olympic gymnast. So my artwork was inspired by what I want to be, was inspired by also my role model, Simone Biles, who is the best gymnast. And I just wanted to point that out by painting it.
As young children, you may have lots of dreams, and I hope that you can pursue them. Through your artworks, I've seen wonderful diversity of dreams, ambitions, hopes. Each piece reflects your unique vision of future. We all have a vision, we all have had a vision, and we will all have a vision of our future. I was deeply impressed with the creativity, determination, and thoughtfulness you pour into your work. From engineers to medical doctors to nurses, lawyers, even farmers. Your dreams are all wonderful and promising. As someone who has been organizing a visual arts competition for this year's 20th edition at the Embassy of Spain, I can tell you this: the future of art is in good hands. I hope that one day some of you will be performing and contestants in our competition. And I'm very glad to have Cletus with us today, whom I was not expecting, who was the last winner of last year's edition of the Visual Arts competition.
The National Gallery of Art hosted its third International Art Fair at the Exhibition Pavilion, themed The Intersection of Treasures. The event brought together Nigerian and international artists, highlighting the relationship between Nigerian and foreign artists. Let's take a look.
In continuation with what hopes to be a long-standing tradition in the years to come, the National Gallery of Art, in collaboration with the Ministry of Art, Culture, Tourism and the Creative Economy, hosted the third International Art Fair Abuja at the Exhibition Pavilion Art Gallery on Tafawa Balewa Way in Abuja.
What I do is to interpret novels by African writers. We have a lot of European novelists, but few people know about African novelists. If I ask people now to tell me a novelist from Algeria, most of us don't know. A novelist from Uganda, we don't know. We only know about novelists from Nigeria, Wole Soyinka or Chinua Achebe or Chimamanda. So I try to do a project interpreting works by African novelists. I try to move from country to country. Chukwuemeka Ike's novel, Toad for Supper. So I try to give interpretation of the novel. What I do is to dye the canvas, like batik the canvas, then I paint on it. Okay, from this particular novel is about getting married, trying to marry a lady you don't know, or marry somebody you don't know the background. Because the lady, they are in a family, they have mental problem. And this guy was like, I must marry this lady. And the dad told him, don't marry this lady, you have another lady for you that we have betrothed to you in the village. At the end of the day, he discovered that the lady had mental problem, that the father indeed killed some of his children and ran into the bush. That's when the man went to the hospital to get the news that the girl had mental problem and he decided to abandon the marriage.
This is actually preservation of culture. Our culture has been preserved, but electronically through pictures and videos, but you hardly see people do that manually. So I decided to delve into manual preservation of northern Nigerian culture. Because when you tell people about northern Nigeria, there are four things that comes to their mind. First, they think of Argungu Fishing Festival, or the durbas that we have during our Salah celebrations, or a Fulani maiden, or a Fulani header. But they hardly remember, or in fact, I wouldn't even say they remember. They don't even know that we have a very, very rich architectural heritage. Our architectures, the structures of our architectures are not even the normal structures that we have. We have them shaped like hexagon, but house hexagons. I want them to perceive my work by feeling that they don't necessarily have to be in northern Nigeria to feel northern Nigeria. Once you get a glimpse of my work, you have already felt what northern Nigeria feels and looks like. So to do that, you need to purchase my work.
This building is from my own country, from Lahore. Lahore is the city where I'm living. People are making new buildings, they're demolishing, and they are going to finish the whole heritage. So I preserved it in my painting. I just painted pieces of places and I painted on the canvas. Actually, this is mixed media. I use Ankara of Nigerian. I mix the cultures, Nigerian and Pakistani culture. So I put Ankara, that is Nigerian. Then I used knife painting. I used different medium like syringe. Use syringe to put paint, and you can see the lines. Mostly with the knife painting. It's semi-abstract. It's not the realistic. It's not real. So people should take the colors and the way I place my building.
What really inspired me about this painting, to produce this painting, is this. I actually wanted a situation whereby both the young and the old to be focused in anything they do. When you close your eyes or your eyes or one eye, that seems you want to be focused in anything you do. Like you are trying to look so deep. So now the painting itself, I stumbled an idea about some other persons trying to be more proactive, trying to do things for themselves. But then they're a bit not stable. So then I got the inspiration that anything you want to do in life, you have to be very much focused, you have to be determined, you have to be passionate, you have to believe in yourself. So that's the whole idea behind the painting. And I use a female figure because whatever thing a woman wants to do, in fact, she's a go-getter. She will go all out to get what she wants. It's a kind of a technique in art, application of thick colors on canvas. That's the technique. So that's my style, and I enjoy doing it. Anytime I'm expressing myself, I use impasto most times.
The theme for this year is called Intersection of Treasures, which encapsulates the unique styles and techniques of various exhibiting artists. The diversity in the exhibition was a key visible point, as one could go from contemporary art pieces to collage to even art sculpting. It was indeed a beautiful sight, and this was made possible by the dedicated work of the curator, director and head of Department of Curatorial Services, National Gallery of Art, Mufu Onifade, and the chairman of the occasion, Mohammed Suleiman.
As we have seen today, we have recorded another tremendous success in terms of participation. This is the first time we're having a large participation of artists, 25 artists who have produced 48 artworks to tell the stories of intersection of treasures. So it's a story about the celebration of Nigerian art. It's about the celebration of Nigerian artists. It's about the treasures, the aesthetic legacies of Nigeria as a nation.
This painting is titled When Yesterday is Gone, and it's a painting depicting a young girl in her young age, and she just seemed to be turning towards the viewer and reminiscing over past days that have happened in her life. And for me, it's a message that connotes our innocence as people, whether we're adults or we're children. We always have that innocence. At every stage of life, we are experiencing that age and that stage of life for the first time. Many times we think behind and think about the past events, and when yesterday is gone, it's always gone, and there's really nothing we can do about it but to learn from the lessons that yesterday gives us and to forge ahead into our future.
I'm looking at sustainable arts, and I'm trying to reduce the waste in the country. So I collect newspapers and magazines and I turn them into art. So this art is inspired by a child who is going through a lot, because in the society children go through a lot, and she's calling on her friend to help cheer her up. So I'm trying to pass the message that we can't do it alone in life. We need friends and people around us, so to cheer us up, to help us.
It is an array of, say, different styles of works today. So you have a lot of cubists, surprisingly today, and then you have a lot like painters on realism, and then you have them. But for me, the abstract expressions that are here on the walls today just like speak a lot of volumes. They talk about the transition of the Nigerian and then in his own lives and processes. The things that you will definitely want to see in the near future. So it's a projection into the future that the artists have been exhibiting. So if you want to ask me, I would say it is a history, it is a storyline that is embedded for the very near future.
The National Gallery of Arts is steering the art scene in the right direction, giving artists a chance to portray their talent and teaching us as a nation the importance of art in our lives. This has been made possible by the dedication of the Director General, Ahmed Bashir Sodangi, and the wonderful team behind him.
Part of the mandate of the National Gallery is to document and join artists and artworks. So this gives us a clear database of visual artists. It gives us a database and gives us an opportunity to create provenance for the artwork. So it is not out of place for the National Gallery to register or document artists so that we can have data, empirical data of artworks, and it gives you for purpose of research and so many other things.
There is also a special thanks to the Honorable Minister, Federal Ministry of Art, Culture, Tourism and the Creative Economy, Barrister Hanatu Musa Musawa, for the immense support given throughout this journey.
Well, we have finally come to the end of today's outing, and I'm sure you saw the beautiful collection of works from the foreign artists and the Nigerian artists at the just concluded 3rd International Art Festival, which was organized by the National Gallery of Art. And also, I'm sure you saw those amazing paintings, which were panoramically displayed by the Female Artists Association of Nigeria. So I urge you to all keep a date with me next week for more exciting visuals on Visual Impressions. My name is Umar Mohammed, and hope to see you again next week, and I'll say it's bye for now.